Hi cupcakes, welcome back to my channel Taekook Knotted. This story is Vampire's Love episode 6. In this storyline characters voice editing is mine. And if you don't want the voiceover, then please silent the voice. And today's shout out goes to my favorite comments are Betty Frost and Hafia Sultana. I hope that you all will enjoy this video, so let's get started. Previously on Vampire's Love episode 5. Namjoon, let's tell this to Tae as well. JK, okay, let's go. They went towards the library and heard Jin, Jimin and Tae talking. Jin, yeah, this is very much sad. Tae's bro cook. He never smiled for 1,000 years, but you changed him. He started to smile. Tae, is it true? Jungkook, yes. Tae, Cookie. Tae smiled seeing Cook. He went towards him and hugged him. Jungkook, do you want to know exactly what happened that day? Tae, only if you want me to. Jungkook, you have all rights, my love, and you have right to know me even more than that. Jin, what do you mean? Yoongi, we have decided to tell Tae everything about the war and Jungkook about the curse. Jin looked at Namjoon, who nodded. Namjoon, it is important now. The werewolf queen, aka a girl named Lisa, who works in Jungkook's office, is after Tae's life. Jin, Omo, why would she want to kill our Tae? JK, to get me. Tae furrowed his eyebrows. Tae, what would she get after taking you? Jungkook, she will marry me and then become the queen of Hawil, the vampire kingdom, which will make her powerful, and werewolf will be on the top. Jimin, wait, but she will be the vampire queen, then how can werewolf be on top? Namjoon, because she is a werewolf, and once a werewolf is always a werewolf. Yoongi, werewolves are greedy for power. They don't even leave their family when it comes to power. Jungkook, and queen is more powerful than king, and only they deserves to be the rightful queen. Jin, wait a minute. Why are we even thinking about her becoming the queen when we know that they owns Jungkook's heart, and we will fight till death if she tries to do anything? Namjoon, Yoongi and Jimin. Yes. Jungkook, thanks guys. Tae, it would mean a lot, but we can prevent the war. Is there any solution? Namjoon, there is, but one person has to die, and that is Lisa. Tae, what do we have to do? Yoongi, for that you all have to know about the curse that we were going to tell earlier. Tae, please tell. Namjoon, okay everyone, please sit and listen carefully. Jin, I want to tell too. Namjoon chuckles. Sure, Jinny, but you cannot stand all the time, right? Jin agrees and sits beside Jimin, who was sitting beside Taekook. Yoongi, okay, let's start. So the real reason for the werewolf war was 1,000 years ago, Jungkook was born, the son of the one and only vampire king. But with that, someone else was also born, the only daughter of Werewolf King, Lisa. Namjoon, Werewolf King and Vampire King were really good friends, but one day when Jungkook was 10, they were sitting together while drinking. There were Werewolf King, Vampire King and Queen, my parents and Yoongi's parents, and some other who were werewolf and vampires, and we were also there because we had already hit our maturity age. Yoongi, so it went like this. Werewolf King, we have been really good friends, and I think we should turn this friendship into family. JK's father, I don't understand. Werewolf King, I mean to say, my daughter is same age as your son, and they're good friends as well, so why don't we get them married with each other? Author's note, in that era, there used to be child marriages. Listening to this, JK's father stood up in anger and seeing it, everyone also stood up. Jungkook's father angrily. How can you say this? Are you mad? Werewolf King. I'm saying the right thing. Why are you getting angry? He puts his hand on Jungkook's father's shoulder, but Jungkook's father yanked it. Jungkook's father. Look, I know we are friends, but that doesn't mean that you will say anything. I will get my son married to a person who is capable and deserves to be the queen of Howell. And that person won't be a werewolf, and especially not your daughter. Werewolf King was now losing his temper, but he tried to calm himself. Werewolf King, look, my daughter is really capable to be the vampire queen. Jungkook's father spit it on the ground. He knew that Werewolf King doesn't have good intention because if a werewolf becomes a vampire queen, then it will be easy for werewolves to take over the vampire kingdom because the vampire queen is the spine of the kingdom. Werewolf and vampire kingdom had an enmity since the start, and that enmity was ended by Jungkook's father by moving his hand first. And surprisingly, Werewolf King agreed. And Jungkook's father knew very well why did Werewolf King agree to be friends, but he never said anything. But today, the water has gone above head. Jungkook's father, you think I'm dumb? I have no brain, huh? I know your intention, and today I, the Vampire King, breaks this so called friendship which never meant anything to you today. So, F off to vampires, let's go. They all were ready to leave, but Werewolf King, not so easily. Attack! All the vampires and came in front of Jungkook's father to protect him. The fight started. There was bloodshed everywhere. Namjoon's father, King and Queen, you both should leave. We'll be here. Jungkook's father, no, I won't leave you all here alone. Yoongi's father, trust us, we'll be fine. You both need to leave now. Jungkook's father didn't want it to, but he had to. Queen and King ran away for their safety. They were running in the forest going to the boundary where Howell, the vampire kingdom, started. But someone came to attack them. That person was going to attack Jungkook's father, but Jungkook's mother came in between and died. Jungkook's father, no! He angrily looked at Werewolf, who killed his wife and was going to attack him, but someone killed that werewolf from behind. That werewolf fell on the ground, and the person who killed that werewolf was JK's father, Yoongi Namjoon. Yoongi, uncle, we have to leave now. JK's father, but your parents, Namjoon, they martyred. Jungkook's father broke. He fell on his knees, losing his balance. He lost his family and his wife. He had nothing to live for, and they died because of him. Yoongi, uncle, there is no time to cry. Please let's go, otherwise they won't leave us alive. Jungkook's father went towards his wife's dead body and lifted her in bridal style. Jungkook's father, let's go. Namgi nodded, and they left. They cremated Jungkook's mother behind the palace. Jungkook was totally broken. It was a lot to take for him, as he was really young. Yoongi. Soon Jungkook's father also died due to grief, because each day was really painful for him to live. Jin. Namjoon handled the kingdom until Jungkook hit his maturity, and when he did, Jungkook became the king. Namjoon. So this is the cruel past. Jungkook was in tears while they was calming Jungkook by rubbing his back. Jungkook, we need to end this. We need to kill her now. Namjoon, that won't be easy. Jungkook, how so? We just need to kill her. Namjoon, because of the curse, you can't kill her. Yoongi, according to the curse, you can't kill her until and unless you have your queen. Jungkook, I have my queen. Namjoon, but you are not married, remember? Jungkook, so this is the reason why I can't kill her? Namjoon, well, not exactly that. You know, when people say werewolf and vampire has always been enemy, well, actually, it's not true. Vampire and werewolf used to be friends, but once there was an evil vampire king. Jungkook, what? Yoongi, your great great grandfather, he fell for the werewolf queen. So he decided to claim her, which didn't go as he planned. He killed the werewolf king, and when he was going for the queen killed herself but gave a curse to him, which was something like no vampire can touch any werewolf royal family until and unless they are loyal to their loved ones. Otherwise, that vampire will die. Jungkook, that's so stupid. I don't get it. Namjoon, well, at that time, people were really loyal to their loved ones, like husband and wife loved each other. So they never thought about anyone else, and that queen who died thought it was very intelligent of her to give this curse because just think carefully about the curse. If you love someone, then you won't try to claim another person. So, no killing. But if you don't love someone, then you cannot touch a werewolf royal family member. So, no killing as well. Yoongi. She wanted to protect the werewolf royal family and the war between our family and the werewolf king. All the people they ever married except for me and Namjoon. That's why we left that place for king and queen's protection. But till then, Queen died. Sorry, Jungkook. Jungkook, it's okay, yo. One cannot change their fate. You both did your best. Namgi smiled while looking at Jungkook. Jungkook, okay, so the conclusion of this is I cannot kill her, and if I do, I'll die. But if I'm married, then I won't die. Namjoon and Yoongi nodded. Jungkook, okay then. Jungkook looked at Tae, who was already looking at him. Before Jungkook could say anything, they said, They, like I said earlier, I'm ready to marry you anytime. Jungkook felt like crying. He was really happy that he will marry Tae. He really wanted to for two reasons. First, he loved Tae and wanted a family with him. Second, now he can finally end Lisa and take his revenge. Jungkook held Tae's nape and smashed his lips with him, who kissed back soon after they broke the kiss and rested their foreheads together. Jungkook, I love you, my queen. Tae, I love you too, my king. Jungkook stands and looks at everyone. Jungkook, let's prepare our wedding. Call everyone in the court. Everyone, yes. Namjoon ran out to inform the guard to gather everyone till the time everyone was sitting in the library while talking. Jimin, Yoons, I wanna marry too. Yoongi, we will, but after them. Jimin nodded happily. Jimin, at least you agreed. Yoongi, why won't I? You are the one I want in my life. Jimin smiled and they kissed. And Namjoon came back. Namjoon, everyone is there, let's go. They looked at Jungkook, who smiles as he sticks out his hand for Tae to hold. Tae gives his hand to Jungkook, who held Tae's palm very gently. Jungkook, let's go, love. Tae nodded and everybody followed Taekook to the court. In court, Jungkook and Tae were now standing by the throne. Jungkook, I have a very special announcement to make. Jungkook looked at Tae before continuing. Jungkook, start preparing for the wedding. Your queen said yes. They blushed and everybody cheered happily. Jungkook, now go and prepare for the wedding. Everyone went out happily and the most awaited moment came. Wedding preparations were going on very energetically. All the vampires were really happy that finally they have a queen to look for the kingdom because once Taekook are married, they will officially become the queen with all the powers that a queen have. After 1,000 years, the kingdom was happy again. They were singing, dancing, and celebrating. With Taekook, Namjoon, and Yeonmin, they were standing in the balcony, seeing everyone work so efficiently. Namjoon, everyone looks so happy. Yoongi, why won't they be? Finally, after 1,000 years, they will finally have a queen. to look after them. Rest of them nodded. Jin, okay, so now are you ready to transform into a vampire? They smiled and nodded. Namjoon, okay then, go. Jin, ah! Everybody turned towards Jin. Namjoon, Jin, what happened? Jin, my water broke. Everyone widened their eyes. Namjoon carried Jin to their room and everybody stayed out. The team of doctors entered the room with Namjoon, who was sitting beside Jin while caressing his hair. Namjoon, it's going to be okay. Doctors started the procedure. Everyone was patiently waiting outside. Jimin, God, please keep Jinyoung and the baby safe. He was crying because he is too sensitive when it comes to this. He can hear Jin screaming in pain. Jungkook, baby, it's okay, don't cry. He is in pain. Jungkook brought Tae near him, engulfing him in a hug. Jungkook, Jinyoung is brave, everything will be fine. Time skip in Namjoon's room. Jimin, the baby is so cute. Jin smiles while laying weakly on the bed and looked at Namjoon, who was sitting beside him. Namjoon, he got Jin's features. JK, indeed. Yoongi, welcome to the world, little bloodsucker. Tae, Young, you look so weak. Jin, don't worry, I'll be back to normal in a minute. Women, huh? Jin, vampires have got stamina, and this cute baby will turn like a 2-month-old human baby within few minutes. Jimin, huh? How? Jin, vampires grow fast. Women, oh. They, I love babies. Jungkook, we can make one if you want to. Jungkook whispers and Tae blushes. Yoongi, for that they have to turn into a vampire first. Jungkook, you heard it? Jin, we all did. Now Tae was redder than a tomato. Namjoon, okay, jokes apart. Jungkook, go and turn him into a vampire. You both have to marry tomorrow. Tae, but I want to see him grow. Jin, Tae, right now turning into a vampire is more important. You can see him after you turn. Tae pouts and nods. Taekook went in their room and sat on the edge of the bed. Jungkook, are you ready, love? Tae nodded. Jungkook closed his eyes and then opened them. His eyes are now red and his fangs were out. He bit his wrist and blood started to flow. He held his wrist in front of Tae's mouth. Jungkook, baby, suck my blood until I say stop. Tae nodded and he held Jungkook's hand and started to suck his blood. After a minute, Jungkook stopped him. Jungkook, baby, now I will snap your head, okay? It will be really quick. You won't feel anything. You trust me, right? Tae, I trust you more than anything. Tae closed his eyes and in a second Jungkook snapped his head and Tae fell on bed, half laid as he was sitting earlier. Jungkook stood up, not wanting to see Tae dead, even it's for a minute. Jungkook's back was facing Tae's temporarily dead body. He was looking at his wristwatch. As a minute passed, Jungkook turned back and saw that Tae jerked up with a gasp, regaining his temporarily lost breath. Chege sat beside Tae and held his hand. Jungkook, baby, are you okay? Tae nods weakly. Jungkook, baby, drink this. Jungkook gave Tae a blood bag which was necessary for Tae to drink because if he doesn't drink blood within 24 hours, then Tae will die. Tae's eyes went red as he saw the blood. Suddenly the blood looked really appealing for Tae. He grabbed the blood bag and started to suck on it with a pipe hungrily, like he has starved for 1,000 years. Jungkook chuckled and caressed Tae's hair. Jungkook, slowly baby, slowly. Tae stopped when the blood was finished, but his eyes were not going back to normal. His eyes were still red. They felt like he hadn't eaten anything since he was born. He felt really hungry, but for blood. Tae, I want more, he said in a demanding husky voice, eyes glowing red anger visible on his face. Jungkook knew that this is normal, but he knew that if he gave Tae more blood, then Tae would be out of control. But he knew how to stop Tae's hunger. That was why Jungkook held Tae's chin and leaned in for a kiss. Tae melted into Jungkook's touch and kissed Jungkook. They kissed each other, feeling safe. Soon they pulled out and Jungkook rested his head on Tae's. Jungkook looked into Tae's eyes. They were back to normal. Jungkook, baby, let's go out. Tae nodded. They went out and saw everyone standing outside. Namjoon, so? Jungkook, he's a vampire now. They were jumping happily. Yoongi, that's great. Now you both can marry tomorrow. Taekook looked at each other and smiled. Jin, oh, look at Namsook is so happy. They looked at Namjin's son who was wiggling while smiling in Jin's arm. Namjoon, oh, my little vamp. Tae, oh, can I carry him? Jin nodded and Tae took the baby in his arm. They, oh, look at you, so cute. After a while, they ate dinner and were ready to go to bed. Yoongi, I have invited Hobie to the wedding. Jungkook, good. Young must be really happy. Yoongi, he was jumping when he got to know. Namjoon, okay, let's go to bed, guys. Good night. Everyone, good night. Everyone went in their respective room with Taekook. Jungkook was looking at Tae hungrily, like he is 5-course meal, while Tae was applying lotion on his skin. Tae is in front of the mirror and was just wearing a loose silk shirt. Jungkook went behind Tae and back hugged him while sniffing his scent, but in the process the fabric gets pulled back and exposes his slender shoulder. Jungkook, husky. Love. Tae froze, eyes fixed on the ground, cheeks bright red. He slowly gathers courage to look up only to see Jungkook's heated gaze on his sun-kissed skin. Jungkook's eyes rake over Tae's form, as if he can't look away for even a second, memorizing each mole, curve and tip. Tae, what? Tae gulps, Cook's eyes following the movement and tracing up to meet his eyes finally, holding his gaze. JKF baby, you are so gorgeous. Jungkook said under his breath, which they didn't seem to catch. They, huh? Jungkook, I am hungry, love. They blushed. He knows what Jungkook is talking about and was ready to give it to him, but he decided to tease. They, but you just ate innocently, Jungkook. I want you, sweetheart, not food. They, then take me. I am yours. Jungkook Smut. Smut link is in description. Basically, it's just a link to my Instagram ID. You can go there and then you can go to the highlights of my stories. There is a section called as Smut. You can go till the very end of that section and you can find the story of my Smut. Actually, it's video. You can click on that video and watch it. I hope that you will if you have any queries, then you can definitely ask in comment section regarding the link. After Smut, they turned, now lying on his side, and Jungkook spooned him from back. Jungkook, love, I want to take you somewhere tomorrow. They, but we are getting married tomorrow. Jungkook, yes I know, but I want to take you there before we get married. They, but the wedding is in morning at 11. Jungkook, let's go there at 5 a.m. They looked at clock and gasped. They, it's 1 a.m. currently. Jungkook, then sleep. We gotta go somewhere in 4 hours. They turns and looks at Jungkook. They, I wanna say something. Jungkook, say it, love. They, what if I get pregnant after this? JK, then I'll be the happiest person in this whole world. Jungkook said without even thinking, and they smiled. They, how long would it take for me to know that I am pregnant? Jungkook, 24 hours. You mean tomorrow? Jungkook, why don't you want the baby? No, no, it's not like that. It's just that tomorrow is a big day and you are going to finish the chapter of Lisa as well. If anything happens to you, I'll die, Cookie. They cries while thinking about it. Jungkook, nothing will happen to me, love, or to anyone. JK said and hugged Tae while patting his head so that they can sleep peacefully. JK in mind. I hope everything goes on good. I cannot lose you, my love. What will happen now? Will Lisa let Taekook live happily? Will she try to kill Tae? If you know, then comment it. So guys, this is it for today. I know you have waited at least for 2 to 3 weeks for this episode, and I'm really sorry for making you wait. And this is episode 6. Now only one final episode is left, and I'll make sure to put an epilogue in the end. And there is not going to be a special episode for it. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to make a special episode even if you request. And I hope that you all enjoyed it and loved this episode. So see you in next Burahe.